In the beginning of the drama, we're shown a tragedy happening with our female lead. She was running to the hospital where her dad was lying on the deathbed. She cries a lot, but in the meantime, her dad dies, and Jairam, who already used to imagine herself as a very oppressed person, now started thinking of herself as Cinderella because her dad had gone from this world, leaving her alone with two stepsisters and a stepmom. And with that, she starts remembering that her dad had fallen in true love with her stepmom. She was never happy with the other family, nor did she want to be happy with it, but she had definitely realized that the stepmom loved her dad a lot, and now she was feeling very lonely, and a little guest was also going to come to their house, which was Dad's last gift for Mom as well as for all of them. Before dying, Dad had whispered a secret in Jerem's ear, and when after the funeral, she goes to the same place and finds a letter from her dad in which he did not give her any inheritance or a map of any treasure, but only one advice, and that was to use shortcuts in life. Marry a rich boy so that your life becomes easy, otherwise you will also die in your youth, while struggling on your own like me. On the other hand, the main lead is shown whose name is Chaman. Actually, he is a chab and extremely rich, and he has so much money. He is so rich, extremely rich, that even if his hotel does not achieve its revenue target, he does not get tensed at all and always feels like a flirt. Whereas, today Jairam was very angry with his own dad. Firstly, he had left this world before time, and what did he leave behind for her before leaving? A letter in which he left her disappointed, as if she can never become rich on her own, and in the same letter, she was shocked. There was a job advertisement on the opposite side of the page, and that was of Chaman's five-star hotel. Now in the night, she dreams of her father, who throws a pumpkin at her. At first, she gets scared, but when she checks the internet after waking up, she finds out that the interpretation of this dream is very good. She will get wealth and success. Today, she gets a chance to attend a wedding with her bestie, and that wedding was in Chongdam heaven. That is, in Chaman's hotel. Chaman's personality also seemed a little weird. He often carried an umbrella with him, which was probably his lucky charm or his defense tool. People used to gossip that maybe he has hidden a weapon in it. For his safety, the bride's ex arrives at today's wedding, and he was about to ruin the whole event when Jairam reaches there, and the way he beats him so much, his skills and personality looked like a hero, and his umbrella was helping him a lot. All the girls used to fall for him, but Chaman did not have any interest in girls. In his eyes, every girl is just a stone. Jairam was to be found. Forget about success and wealth. In the meantime, Chaman's handkerchief comes flying and falls on her, and she was very happy that there was one benefit of this place. She got a branded handkerchief, and that too for free. Meanwhile, at home, Mom was showing everyone a diamond ring which she was wearing. Actually, Dad had gifted her this ring by taking a loan of 20,000, and now Jairam will have to repay that loan too. Apart from this, their house was also mortgaged, and now that too will have to be vacated after Dad's death. The whole family becomes very sad about this. Actually, Dad had taken a lot of loan to help his sister-in-law, and now due to this, he will have to leave the house too. Jairam thinks that he himself had empty pockets, and why was there a need to help others all the time? While they are packing their things here, we come to know that actually Jairam wanted to become an artist. This was her childhood dream, but due to lack of money, she had to leave the house. Due to lack of money, he could not get admission in a good place, and his dream remained just a dream. On the other hand, Chaman was blowing away his petty tensions by smoking bubbles and calling the sorrows of his life a dream. But he had no idea that the real tensions are of poor people, and what is that sorrow when there is not a penny in the pocket? Jairam has to shift to a small flat, and there he got a room, but he has to sleep on the floor instead of a bed. Now, after a day or two, we are shown that his mother also gets tired one day due to overwork during pregnancy, and seeing this, she started imagining what will happen to them when the baby is also born. And due to this fear, she keeps trying and applies for the job advertisement that was on the back of Dad's letter. Then, on the day of the interview, she goes to her sister Sujin's wearing designer shoes. She gets ready just like Cinderella and leaves for the interview. Chaman had received a list of candidates whom she had to interview, and the manager who had married her had left the job because she had found a rich boy and got married. The assistant says that marriage and children are also very important in life, but Chaman says that what is the need of love or marriage for this? I already have enough children, and they were all orphans whom he was supporting. Now, Jaram was standing on the stairs and fixing her shoe when one of her sandals goes flying and falls right there, and after a while it was in Shaman's hand. Now the sleeping Cinderella inside her wakes up that her Prince Charming has arrived. But he comes and tells her that I will kill you. Get ready, because you have attempted murder on me. This deadly weapon of yours had hit me directly on the head. If I had died, I would have been so money, and how could I enjoy all this? I am very scared of dying. Jairam thinks that this is a completely mad person. She pushes him, but then saves him from falling, and says that whatever you felt was my shoe. At first was unintentional, but now I have saved you intentionally, and I am sorry for. Earlier, and then after that, she gets ready and enters the interview room with a smile, but her smile vanished from her face, seeing that Chaman is the boss ahead. Poor Jairam. She was 100% sure that she was not going to get this job. Otherwise, while leaving, she gave him cuss and said that you are very scared of dying, don't you? May it happen that lightning strikes you, and you leave this world in your youth, and your wealth and money never give you happiness. Chaman also takes this thing to heart, and that whole day, he was roaming around in the office with his lucky charm open so that lightning does not strike him while roaming around. And then whenever it rained, he started remembering Jairam and his cuss. Even that girl was not going away from his sight, whether he is awake or asleep, because before today no one had the courage to talk to her like this. He takes out her CV and starts checking it and thinks that this girl has hypnotized me. And then the next day, Jairam gets a call from Shaman's Haven early in the morning from the CEO there. He was telling her surprisingly that you have been hired. Now, Jairam was surprised that he should have a plan to bully me, and she told him the same thing, but he further said that how can I learn evil which like you give me cuss again? Then Jairam becomes very happy and says that okay, then we will meet today. So today is our first day, and hearing this, Chaman starts blushing as if it is the first day of their dating. Now, when Chaman gets ready, he was looking very handsome. He starts thinking that if that girl falls in love with me, then things will get very complicated. So he does this that he wears such a belt that after which he will look very ugly. But as soon as she sees him outside the hotel, first of all, she starts praising his belt. Everything had turned upside down, so Chaman takes off that belt. Now, when all the colleagues are introduced to Jairam, they welcome him. To do this, they start playing a game with her in which all of them had to say their biggest dream without thinking. Now, Jairam does not get time to think, and as soon as his turn comes, the truth comes out of his mouth, and that was the dream of becoming Cinderella. Now, Chaman was very disappointed to hear this. He thought that this girl looked very different to him, but she turned out to be a gold digger like other girls who only wants a rich boy. Now he calls Jairam and says that you cheated me. You are just an opportunity. You are working here in such a big hotel so that you can get introduced to a rich boy and marry him. Further, Jairam says that whatever my dream is, it is my personal life. You should be concerned about my work, and then in the course of conversation, both of them make a bet regarding the contract, and they both decide that the one who finishes such a big bottle of wine first will win. If Jairam does it, he will get the job. Jairam often does that. She used to eat only junk food, whereas Chaman always used to eat healthy food and used to take care of his health because he had to live a long life, and instead, he offers her to do arm wrestling in which Jairam feels as if she has injured Chaman, but this was an injury from her childhood. Now, of course, she could not win from him because he was a boy, so after that there is a drinking competition and Jairam defeats her badly in this, and she wins, and Chaman has to sign her job contract, but he says, be prepared, this time is going to be very difficult for you. Now, she says, I don't want anything wrong to happen getting married, and loving is everyone's dream, and right too, but Chaman starts saying that there's nothing like that. I love myself a lot, and I don't need dating or marriage. Now, due to drinking too much, poor Jairam had to go to the washroom, but the restroom was very far from their now her. So, she was about to cry due to embarrassment. She tells Chaman to please go away from here, and while saying all this, she was getting very emotional and started thinking that if only it was raining at this time, something would have been covered. And now Chaman leaves once on her repeated requests, but then he comes back because he could not leave her alone in a crisis like this. Now he starts carrying her and running away, and was also threatening her that don't pee on me or else I will kill you. Now Jairam felt that he is really her rescuer, the prince of her dreams. Now she reaches the washroom, and after completing her work, when she comes out, she was very shy and was acting weird. In this way, she looks cute to Chaman, but in the same time, everything turns upside down when a rich girl arrived there and starts calling Chaman as honey. She was actually his fiancée. Seeing all this, all of Jerem's dreams end. They break down there and thinks that Chaman had said that he has no interest in marriage. Then where did this fiancé come from? Now, after seeing all this, Jerem does not stay there for a minute and leaves, and as soon as she leaves, Dana, who is Shaman's fiancée, starts telling him that of course I agree that this is our business relationship. It is cooperation only. Neither do you want to get married, nor do I want to remain single forever. But still there are some rules. Whenever I call, you'll have to attend the call, and Chaman further starts telling her that I do not want to be bound like this. Am I a firefighter who will come running on your one call? While on the other side, Jerem also remembers her own dreams and starts murmuring to herself that if you are dreaming such big dreams, then remember that this happens only in drums and films. This world is very big. Nothing like this is going to happen here. While Chaman was not able to understand, she did not know why, but Jerem was always in front of her eyes. And so he used to do exercises to distract himself. Meanwhile, Jerem's bestie, who is actually a voice actress, was telling him that she has an audiobook which is available on YouTube. You should also comment on it, so its reach will increase. Next morning, as soon as Chaman sees Jerem, he starts teasing her by calling her PP from a distance. She further says that nothing like that happened. I did not leak. I just reached the washroom on time. He starts saying that you should thank me for this. She says that she wanted to thank me, but your fiancé came from somewhere at the right time. You were saying that you do not want to get married, and you have a fiancé too. Now, Chaman takes full revenge on him and says that, so were you attracted by my handsomeness and wealth? You are not making me your victim, Miss Cinderella. Jerem further calls her a psycho. She says that I will spend my whole life alone, but not with a psycho like you. Well, now Jerem is taken for a tour of the whole hotel, and there were many rich people who used to join the club there. She is surprised to see what kind of fun they have, and what is there. But often the girls used to get attracted to Chaman there and try to come close to him, but he used to ignore everyone and leave. Well, now a customer comes here, and Jerem wanted that he should be the one to take her for a tour, but Chaman reaches from above and takes her aside and says that you need training right now. And the way they both were going together, Dana feels very jealous seeing this and says that with whom is my man walking like a couple, and she comes to know that this new girl is with her, whose name is Jerem. She was with him yesterday too. He starts getting suspicious, and through gossips, he also came to know that the girl wants to become Cinderella, meaning she will trap a rich boy and marry him quickly. While Jerem was there, Chaman had given her a task as a punishment, and that was that today she has to wash bed sheets. After Shaman's leave, Dana comes to him and tells him that I have come to know about your wish. Do you know where wishes will come true? She tells him about a place whose name was Wish Pavilion. Well, after washing the bed sheets, Jerem was putting them on the roof to dry. Here she looks very happy, and seeing her, Chaman starts thinking that what is she listening to, such music which is keeping her so happy even while doing so much work. He takes off her earbud, and because of her touching it, an audiobook opens automatically, which was of her bestie. Their scene of some romantic novel was playing, which was very interesting. Suddenly they both lay down. When he listened to that music, he says that I don't think that you like this type of music. Jerem says that you are thinking wrong. My friend is the voice artist. She told me to listen to it, and if you have time, you should also listen to it too. It will increase its reach a little. After this, Dana reaches Chaman and starts telling him that you seem to be too much interested in this girl. If you get caught romancing a poor girl like this, or if you leave me for this, then what will be my image in the public? Whereas, after completing her work, Jerem decides that she will go to the same Wish Pavilion, but there, they charge $1,000 to fulfill a wish. She did not have that much money. She first goes to Huanjin to ask for money, but she refuses outright, and then after that she goes to her other sister, who is Sujin. There she finds out that there is a doctor who wants to propose her sister. He takes her aside and says that I want the size of your sister's ring, if you can get it for me. In return, I will give you $1,000, and what else did Jerem want? She stealthily takes one of her ring and gives it to her boyfriend and starts thinking that I've done some good for someone. And after that, she reaches the same Vish villain where there was a shaman type lady. Jairam tells her problem and asks her what will be the solution to this. While Chaman was seeing the same Jairam again and again at various places, and he starts thinking that, no, this girl is very dangerous. Now I will keep a distance from her. And then next morning, as soon as Chaman and Jairam meet, Chaman teases her that you definitely want to become Cinderella, but this dream of yours will remain just a dream. You are not going to get any rich boy. You do not have that much guts, nor are you a special girl. Now Jairam feels very bad about this. She was coming close to him. He felt I was thinking that I will fall for her. She was looking so beautiful that he starts telling her to keep a distance from me because you smell. Now poor Jairam gets very upset, and after a while, she starts thinking that maybe this is the smell of my poverty, which only rich people get. Now that Shaman had told her to write her wish on a note and read it again and again, then a magic will happen and you will get the prince of your dreams. Now she had written the same wish on a note, and that note flies and falls on a customer, and that customer was Du Hong, who is very handsome, very tall, and the second main lead of our drama. Now, on seeing him, it seemed like Jairam. She thinks that maybe my note has reached him by flying, so this is a miracle. He can be the prince of my dreams, and at the same time, Chaman also sees them. Here one of Du Hong's buttons was also broken, and he sits and stitches his button himself. He was looking very cool while doing all this. Now, Jairam wanted that she should take Du Hong to visit her hotel and club, but at that time an assistant comes who says that let me do the work. Now both of them go to the side, and here both Chaman and Du Hong come face to face with each other just like romantic rivals. Du Hong wanted to get the membership of the club here, but nowadays membership was not allowed. But Du Hong was a famous filmmaker, and he had recently received a very big award, the Youngest Best Director Award. Jairam is very impressed with him, and after that she says that you should leave the membership of this club to me. She goes straight to Chaman. She starts saying in front of Dana that, please let Du Hong become a member here. And of course Dana also wanted the same, so that she gets confirmed that Chaman is not that interested in her. Now on one hand there was pressure from Dana, and on the other hand, Jairam was also saying the same thing. And at the same time, Jairam challenges him in private that you said that I cannot become Cinderella. So give me a chance and see how I become a Cinderella. And in this challenge, he has to say yes to his membership. So now she was very happy about Du Hong. And after that, she goes to see him off outside. Here, Chaman, seeing her close to himself, pushes her and says that you are smelling. Again, but she falls in Du Hong's arms and he says that a very nice fragrance is coming from you. And while leaving, he thanks to her. He gives her a lollipop. Seeing all this, Chaman was feeling very jealous, and somewhere, he also found Jairam very beautiful. Now he gives her a difficult task and says that next week there is a party in our club, and for that I would like you to change all the paintings. This was a very difficult task, and for this he also gives her an artist card. Now Jairam gets after this work and works very hard, while on the other hand, Chaman sees his rival everywhere in the form of Du Hong, whom he also sees in the form of his martial arts teacher, and puts of him. Now, Jairam was working hard day and night on the same project and was trying to arrange paintings. She herself also wanted to become an artist, so she had a bug inside her through which she could understand art very well. But at the same time, she gets a call from the doctor who wanted to become Sujin's boyfriend. He says that I have been rejected, and that is why the payment I made to you is now back. And now what can Jairam do? She had spent all the money. She says that she can't return the payment, but I can tell you this much, that Sujin loves her mother very much. And if you want to win her heart, then first win her mother. While on the other side, Chaman goes to one of his house, where he was looking at someone's photo, and then says that you look exactly like Jairam maybe. That's why I am getting attracted to Jairam. While on the other side, Du Hong once saves Jairam from falling from the stairs, and again it seems that the strings of her heart started ringing. She becomes very happy, but then the artist who is supposed to give the paintings refuses. She runs after him with great efforts and even catches him, but still one painting was short, which she had drawn herself, and on the other side, poor Chaman, even in his dreams, was seeing the same Jairam who was telling him that, why don't you admit that you love me? And just like that, while dreaming, it becomes morning. Today he sees that there were many new paintings in his club, and he likes all the work very much. He tells Jairam that if you had not come here with an ulterior move, You are very hardworking and would have gone far. But now marry someone soon and get out of this club. And he tells her that, okay, you did a good job. You can come to the evening party as well. But wear good clothes so that you are not made fun of. In the evening, as soon as Jairam enters the party, Chaman sees her and just keeps looking at her, but she does not pay much attention to Chaman. Of course, she moves towards Du Hong. Seeing this, Chaman becomes very jealous. Du Hong looks at her painting and says that, make sure to make my portrait too. Now, there were a lot of rich and elite class people there. One of them was a girl named Rena who intentionally tries to humiliate Jairam. When she sees him with Du Hong, she says that she has heard that the girl is very greedy for money and runs after money. She also starts offering him that she will give him a very good salary if he does a housekeeping job at her house. So, in a way, she wanted to make him her servant. Now, Jairam feels very insulted because of this dream of hers, but then she thinks that she should leave everything and focus on her dream. She wants to win Du Hong's heart. Rena asked him for a drink, but he brings her a mint chocolate flavor, which she did not like at all. She spills the drink on his clothes, but Jairam also caught her hand and made Rena fall with him. Now, Rena shouts at her a lot and was very powerful too. In the meantime, Du Hong does not see Jairam, but he lifts Rena and tells her that she made a mistake. Forgive him with an open heart. Jairam starts thinking that, how could I even think that this boy could be my man, and maybe my status has deteriorated like it is right now. Now, after that, Du Hong extends his hand towards Jairam, but Chaman's hand comes and Chaman shakes it off and starts telling him that I like mint chocolate flavor very much. Now, everyone starts feeling that this was a kind of love confession indirectly. Now he lifts her by holding her hand, but at the same time, her own funniness slaps him on the face. But without caring about anything, Chaman makes Jairam wear his coat, covers her, and takes her inside. Now, as soon as he reached inside, he tells her that you must clean the stain from your clothes. You are looking very beautiful in this today. And Jairam was worried that you might have been slapped too hard. He says, very much. It hit me so hard that I feel as if my tooth has been shaken off, but I could not tolerate all this. No one can raise voice against my employees. That is you, except me. No one can bully you. Here Jairam tells me that she is your fiancé. She must have got angry. Please go and see Dana. He starts to leave but stops and tells her that of course she is my fiancé, but we both do not love each other, and at this time, I am not worried about her but about you. Saying this, he leaves from there. Now he goes after Dana, but Dana only scolds him. She was very angry and says that if you come after me, then it may happen that I slap you on the other cheek as well. After getting scolded by her again, Chaman reaches the washroom where he comes face to face with Du Hong, who starts talking to him that you are a big thing. Does anyone do so much for an employee? Maybe you are forgetting that we are elite class boys, and we are not allowed to love such poor girls. Chaman starts saying to Du Hong that, why is it not allowed? I don't follow any limits or anyone's orders, and anyway, are you jealous of me? And then he pushes her against the wall, comes close to her and says that, are you attracted to me? Have you fallen for me? If you are thinking like this, then let me tell you that I am not any ordinary boy. After saying this, he leaves. After his leave, Du Hong starts remembering some old memories. His first love was a girl who left him when he was not successful. He thinks that I will not lose in my love for you. Jairam comes out and apologizes to Rena. Jairam thought that she is an employee and to save her job here, she should say sorry once to Rena, but Rena starts talking to her and says that I made the mistake. I pushed her and you are asking for sorry. Think about it from here. That how low is your status? She disrespects him a lot and says things to him. Jairam was hurt a lot. Now, after some time, Chaman comes and starts asking him. Jairam says to him that when a person like me gets so much respect, when a poor person dreams big, then humiliation has to bear it. Chaman holds her hand and starts taking with her. He says who humiliated you, but she does not give him any answer. He tells her that you have the right to dream every dream. You can achieve everything and I am standing with you. Hearing this, Jairam also gets emotional and tells him that okay, then do whatever comes in your mind. At the same time, when all the people were watching them, Chaman takes a bold step and kisses her. Now, leaving all those people shocked, they come out of there. Jairam says that sorry, I was not in my senses at that time. I got carried away by emotions. But Chaman says that I did not get carried away by any emotions. Whatever I did, I am responsible for that. And yes, you have also participated equally with me in the kiss. So it is the fault of both of us. Then Chaman tells her that when the world will come to know, if the CEO of Chongdum Heaven kisses you in front of everyone, then you will see that there will be a line of boys in front of you. Many people will be jealous today, and in this way I will become your fairy godmother, and then you can achieve your Prince Charming by becoming Cinderella. Now, by saying this, he had covered the situation. After that, Chaman sees only Jairam everywhere, and that too kissing him. Whereas on the other hand, when Dana reaches home, she had two uncles and she always shouts at them in anger. She even snatches food from those poor people. They understood that she is upset because of her boyfriend. Whereas when Jairam reaches home, Dr. Gu had come there, and this time he had come to win Sojin's mother's heart according to her advice. On the other hand, Chaman admits in front of his martial arts teacher that I like someone, but I am not allowed to like her. He asks him if the girl is married, but he says no, it is not like that. Actually, she wants to become Cinderella. My mom did the same with my dad. They fell in love with him, but in the end, mom took divorce. She took a lot of money and went away from our life, and dad is roaming around with a broken heart till date. I also don't want to keep my heart broken, so it is better that I match her up with a good person and then keep missing her for the rest of my life. Now, next morning, as soon as they both meet face to face, both were very embarrassed, and Jairam started saying while arrogating that I am thinking the same like yesterday. I ate a worm that is very rare. I could never afford it before now. After hearing this, Chaman gets shocked and says that my such a precious lips, and she will match up with a worm for the first time. What kind of a girl is she doing? In her dreams, he feels as if I am standing here as her groom, and she will reject me and go away thinking that you have become attached to me just because of a kiss. Now after that, Chaman had to answer a lot of questions in the club today, but he only replies that I was very drunk that night, and even if there was a kiss, such mistakes happen when one is drunk. Whereas on the other hand, Du Hong comes to Jairam today, but she was not talking to him properly. She should have served him tea. Of course, it was her duty, but here her hand gets burnt. Now he puts an ice pack on her hand and asks her what is going on between you and Mr. Moon means Chaman. She says that he is just my boss. He was drunk yesterday. Such things happen when one is drunk. Once, he even kissed a pole when he was drunk, so what am I? Now here, Du Hong puts a hair clip on her hairs. And after that, he tells her that I want to meet you in my studio. While going from there, he comes to Chaman and says that you have turned out to be a very courageous person. You have even crossed your line. Now think that I will not see any limit now, and now there will be an equal fight between us. Now hearing this, Chaman gets very angry in his mind, but he tries to calm himself down by saying that this is what I wanted to match her up with someone. Now it is happening, so why should I be sad? I am happy. Then Chaman assistant tells to Jairam today that I feel as if our boss Chaman has fallen for you. Has he ever fallen for any girl like this before? She goes to Chaman's office and tells him that Du Hong has given me this clip today, and he also invited me to meet him in his studio. At first, Chaman gets angry that how can you go alone to meet a boy, but then later he says that yes, this is what I wanted, okay, you can go, but Jairam says that actually I am remembering yesterday's kiss. I have some questions in my mind about it, so I want to confirm something. Can we kiss once again? Now she comes close to him, and as soon as she came close to him, Chaman closed his eyes. Actually, this was Chaman's test. If he lets her kiss him, it means he has fallen for her. Feelingless, Chaman controls his emotions with great difficulty and pushes her back and says, "What are you doing? Have you gone mad?" And he says that, okay, you're going to meet Du Hong, but you can't go like this. And then he takes her for shopping. Now here she did not want to buy clothes from him, so she tries on different kinds of awkward dresses and comes in front of him, which Chaman does not like at all. But then he selects some elegant dresses for her, and while leaving, he tells her that your choice is very bad, but still I respect you. You can wear such clothes only in front of me, and yes, remember, I am your fairy godmother. I am getting you treated, that's why I am doing everything. Don't worry about money, I have plenty of money. But the next day, Chaman was very restless, thinking what Jairam would be doing with Du Hong. When Jairam reaches his studio, Du Hong had prepared food for her. both of them eat together. Du Hong asks her, will you make a storybook for me? Because I have come to know that you like painting and art very much, and I want you to do what your heart desires. And then after that, he comes close to her and says to her that, did you never understand that I want to tell you that I like you? But before he kisses her, they get distracted because Jairam remembered the kiss of Chaman, and at the same time there was someone else in that room. And that was Du Hong's elder brother, who comes out at that time and starts telling him that you are a hypocrite. Actually, his elder brother was a parasite. He used to come to him again and again to ask for money. But when Du Hong refuses to give money, then he tries to insult him in front of Jairam and says that I was telling you to do what you want, but he is ashamed of doing what you want. He does only that in which the world respects him. Du Hong is an artist, but what is his real work, I will tell you. Now, after hearing all this, Du Hong feels very insulted and throws his brother out of there, and later tells Jairam that you can also leave from there. But Jairam starts saying that what is there to be ashamed of in this? At least whatever you did on your own strength. But Du Hong says that please do not go to the club and tell this to anyone else. They will cancel my membership. He says in our world, it is not accepted in our social circle. Jairam now quickly left from there, and at the same time Chaman was also watching her, and for Chaman it was not difficult to find out the address of the club members, but he definitely gets relieved that if she has returned so soon then nothing must have happened between them. Now next morning Chaman reaches the office first because he wanted to ask to Jairam, how was your meeting yesterday? All the workers of the office were surprised that why he has come first, and then Dana also comes, who starts talking to Jairam. She sit with Jairam and tells her that she is sorry for that night when my fisherman kissed you. Actually, there was a bet between us, and he said that I will find a rich boy for this girl who is not able to do anything for herself, and just like that, I had no idea that he will go so far in this bet. For us rich people, all this is just fun, and that is why we made you a part of the story for entertainment. Now hearing this, Jairam feels very sad. He feels that I was just a bet for their entertainment, but to tease Dana, she says that no, I did not feel bad because Chaman is a very good kisser. Hearing this, Dana was getting upset, but when after a while, Chaman comes to meet Jairam, she behaves very rudely with him, and she says that first you kiss me and then send me to someone else. Well, right, you have to know that I met a boy on a holiday, so what did I do? So mind your own business and don't come to make my life entertaining. Chaman was quite surprised as to what has happened to him, while on the other hand Dana's entire anger was directed at his uncles. Those uncles start thinking that why not catch Jaren, who has troubled her, and throw her out of Dana's life. Now both of them disguise themselves and first go to Cheongdam Haven. There they identify Jairam, and then when she was going out alone after her leave, they kidnap her. The pepper spray, which the poor girl had to use on their eyes, goes into her own eyes, and she gets kidnapped easily, while her best friend was waiting for her at dinner, and her number was also not being called. Now she comes to Cheongdam Haven in search of her friend Jairam, but there she sees Chaman, and his aura was so positive and handsome that she recognizes him and says that it is written on your face that you are the CEO here. When Chaman hears that she is Jairam's best friend, and she was waiting for Jairam so long, Jairam has gone on leave, but there is no trace of her. He gets worried and makes her sit with him till he finds Jairam. Jairam was telling those uncles that I am not even rich. What will you get in return of me? So please leave me. But he threatens her and makes her sit there and leaves for her work. Jairam had her phone in her pocket. She turns on the phone through her voice and calls her friend Se-young. At that time, Se-young was sitting with Chaman. As soon as he gets Jairam's call, Chaman gets worried and asks her where she is. She says that she is kidnapped and tells him the details of the place where she was tied about the factory. Now Chaman was very scared. When he is driving a car, he was remembering a kidnapping from his childhood and starts driving rashly. The uncles wanted only one thing from Jairam. Keep a distance from Chaman because he is our future son-in-law and Dana is very upset because of you. They says, write your resignation letter. Now that poor girl got a good job with so much difficulty, so she does not agree, so they threaten that they will cut her hair. Now all this was going on when someone enters there, and it was none other than our hero Chaman, who comes like a hero and beats up both those uncles and knocks them out. He looked very handsome while fighting. After that he comes to Jairam and asks him if he is okay. I was very worried for you. Now Jairam was saved, and both the uncles were tied with ropes. Now, he admits Chaman that we are your future father-in-law uncle. They says that what could we do now? We did not want to harm her, but we could not even see tears in our daughter's eyes. They says you have cheated our Dana because of this ugly girl. Now Jairam feels very bad because they called her ugly on her face, and now she has to take revenge from those uncles. In response, she shaves the eyebrows of both of them and also makes their photos, and then also tells them that nothing like that happened between Chaman and me. You people just had a misunderstanding. Now they come out of there. She stands quietly for some time, and after that she beats Chaman a lot and says that all this happened because of you, that I was caught. Today Chaman had no objection. He wanted her to beat him as much as she wanted. Now, while going back on the way, he tells her that actually he was also kidnapped once in his childhood, and it was his nanny who kidnapped him with some people. Till now, whatever important woman has come in his life, she has cheated me, and that is why I does not trust ladies, but I treats them like stones. Here he tells that even then this umbrella had saved me, and today also while saving you this umbrella has helped me a lot. Jairam starts saying that then this umbrella is a miracle. He starts saying that, do you also want this kind of umbrella? But Jairam says that no. She says that it was not an umbrella who saved me, but it's you who saved me. When Jairam reaches her house, the situation there has worsened. They came to know that Jairam has taken money from Dr. Gu, and in return she has given him the size of the Sujin's ring, and she was very hurt because she came to know that Dr. Gu has cheated on her. She saw him proposing to some other girl. Hawajin was very angry, and she starts taking out all her anger on Jairam, on which Jairam says that I have not done anything wrong, then why should I say sorry? Yes, but I will definitely say sorry for the fact that I became a part of your family. The stepmom was never evil, and she also used to take care of Jairam, but she herself used to keep a distance from all of them because she does not like step relationships. Today also, due to the same misunderstanding, Hawajin and Jairam have a fight, after which Jairam leaves the house, while Chaman goes straight to Dana and tells her that, whatever your uncles did was very wrong. You beat me, you insult me, I tolerate everything, but if you touch Jairam again, then I will not tolerate anything, and will end this relationship too. Now of course Dana was very angry, and when her uncles with thick eyebrows comes back again, she takes out all her anger on him again. On the other hand, Jairam starts living in her old house, a broken-down house where she used to live with her dad earlier, but there was neither water nor heater here. The poor girl feels very cold and does not sleep the whole night and gets up early in the morning to get ready, because the office was very far from there and it would take a long time for her to reach there. At office, Chaman was very worried. Yesterday, he decided to give self-defense classes to all his workers so that no one gets into any trouble, but actually he cared for Jairam the most, but Jairam was not very fond of him. Today she reaches office very late, and by then he had already taken classes for the rest of the people. So he starts giving special self-defense classes to Jairam in private. Here he tells him to hit me like a bad boy, and then I will teach you which move you have to do. Now in this way, when both of them hit, both of them start blushing. Now here both of them keep practicing these moves for a long time and enjoy a lot, but in the meantime, Du Hong comes there and to tease and make Chaman jealous. He says that when you came to my house, we both enjoyed a lot in our studio, and it was exactly what he wanted. This thought remains in poor Chaman's mind, and he starts thinking again and again what they enjoyed, and Du Hong takes Jairam to the side and tells her that, I want to start dating you because I am sure that I love you. She tells him that whatever is your secret will remain a secret, but I think I am not worthy of you. You can get any good girl from a big family. But he says that no, even after knowing my reality, you did not hate me. That is why you are the most special for me. Whereas, many things was coming in Chaman's mind. He felt that Du Ho must be enjoying with Jairam and may even kiss her. He gets very upset thinking this, and later, to get her attention, he ties a paper around his neck. He comes and says that I was just acting, he is a pervert. During practice, he says that he did not want to use all this on me, but on a boy like Du Hong. But to tease him, Jairam also starts saying that Du Hong is so sweet, I cherish him. He has even asked me directly for a date. This is what a real man does. He actually wanted to show him that if you like me, then you should also say it. She then says Du Hong did not see the difference in status, and if you were in his place, would you be able to love a poor girl? Chaman says, then what is the big deal in this? Jairam says, okay, it is not a big deal. Then let's see if you can come and stay for a night at my poor house. And he immediately accepts her challenge. Now both of them were driving towards her house at night, which was far away from the city. But both of them were feeling very awkward. Now as soon as they reach that house, Chaman breaks it. He had never seen a dilapidated and old house before today. He laughs, but still he was ready to live there. His car always had camping equipment, so people would set up a camp outside and then sit there and eat. Now Chaman asks him in casual conversation, so Jairam tells him how her relationship has always been very bad. She is with her stepfamily. They try to take care of her, but she does not like step relationships. Chaman tells her that all this is your hatred. If you look by removing the veil of hatred from your eyes, you will find someone in this world. And if your stepmom cares for you, then you should also be big-hearted and not look at her with such eyes. Now, Jairam somehow understands her point, while on the other hand, Hawajin gets hold of Dr. Gu at one place, where she beats him a lot and tries to scare him by asking, why did you cheat on my sister? But the poor guy keeps saying that I did not do anything like that, and at the same time, he tells her that Jairam gives all those gifts to me which I brought and handed over to your mother, and she had also sent food for you, mother. She takes care of you people. She just cares about you. While on the other side, the cold had increased at night, so both of them have to share a blanket, and in the meantime, they get a weather alert, and it was that there is going to be a very heavy snowfall tonight, and seeing this, Chaman gets very scared that this house may get buried under the snowfall, and we may die, so why don't we both go to my house today? At this Jairam also agreed. When they reaches at Chaman's house, and when Jairam sees his house, her mouth remains open. It was no less than a Paris. First of all, after going inside, she takes a hot shower. She did not know how to close the tub. The system there was very advanced, which she had never used before. Now, Chaman has to come inside to close the tub. She took out the bathrobe. Still, Chaman was hesitating to look at her. Meanwhile, his foot slips and they both fall on each other, and they had an accidental kiss there, and both of them were blushing. After a while, they both come out, but Jairam gets a call from Hawajin, who is telling her that I have ordered beef. Come home quickly, a delicious dinner is waiting for you. Hearing this, Jairam becomes very happy. She felt that Hawajin's call just once had opened the doors of the family for her again. She starts leaving, but Chaman thinks that she is going to meet Du Hong. He stops her, and meanwhile her bathroom belt also opens. Chaman starts saying to her that it's not good to go to a boy's house at such a late hour, on which she says, I am already at a boy's house. And, by the way, let me tell you that I am not going to any boy's house, but to meet Hawajin at my house. Now, after hearing this, Chaman is relieved that at least he has found his family again. He allows her to go, but Jairam and Chaman both were thinking that if Chaman had stopped her from going 1 or 2 more times, then she would not have not gone. Now, as soon as she comes home, her mother meets her very happily and tells her that I never wanted to be your stepmother. I have accepted you like my daughters, and Sujin also comes and forgives Jairam and says that you did not have wrong intentions. I can understand this. And Chaman goes to meet his dad in the hospital today, but he starts asking his dad that love is very important in life, but dad says that thinking such things is a mistake. I have taught you since childhood that girls are just a stone in your life. Have you heard what pain did your mother give me, and how did she leave me and go with some other man? The same thing will happen to you too, so don't fall in love with anyone. And Chaman also starts remembering the same accident of his childhood. Now, the next day shows that another lady comes with Da Hong in Cheongdam Heaven, who had covered half of her face with her hat. She tells her name as Lily, and because of covering her face, she was looking quite mysterious. Today, Christmas celebrations were going on in Cheongdam Heaven, and the way Jairam looks happy here, when Chaman sees her, he just keeps looking at her, and he also noticed this thing that Jairam's eyes had never been like this for her. Now, Dana was sitting on one side in anger, because Jairam had started irritating her a lot. Meanwhile, Rina also comes there, and tells her that you have not taught this girl a lesson yet. You are very simple. See, this is how people are treated. She calls her and starts humiliating her, makes her mop the floor again and again. At first, Jairam tolerates all this because she did not want any problem with such VIP customers, but then she remembers the courage that Chaman had given her, so she takes out a stick from the wiper and starts scaring Rina by swinging it around and says that people like you who were born with a silver spoon in their mouth, do they have the right to dream? Just then, Du-hong also comes. As soon as Rina comes, she clings to him, but this time, Du-hong pushes her away and confesses his love in front of everyone. He says that if you people think that Jairam has proposed me, no, I am after her. I have fallen for her before, and I have also proposed to her, but she has not even replied to me yet. Now Chaman also hears all this, and he feels very bad. The poor guy was completely down, and all the employees start teasing Jairam that when are you quitting the job? You have found the prince of your dreams. But Jairam was not happy. She was seeing only Chaman everywhere. She goes to him and tells him that I do not like Du-hong. Chaman starts telling her that this is what you wanted. You wanted to come to Chonghaven and make a rich boy fall in love with you. This has happened. Then think and move on. You got what you wanted. There. When Du-hong comes face to face with Chaman, he praises him a lot and says that you will be left behind and I will marry Jairam very soon and take her away from here. Now Chaman fights with him on this matter, and both of them fight like children and reach the gallery directly from the washroom, and here Lily hits Du-hong, bring them to their senses. And Jairam hits both of them. Jairam had hit Chaman on the head. Chaman gets very angry at this and says that no matter what happens, I fought with Du-hong and kept fighting. You should have taken my side. You killed Du-hong and you hit me. I am your CEO. I am the one who pays your salary. Now Jairam starts telling me that if I stay with you, then I will go crazy. Now as soon as she comes out, Lily and Du-hong ask her to come with them, while Chaman sits in his bar and drinks a lot. Now Lily and Jairam talk alone, and we come to know that Lily is none other than Chaman's mother. That is why she hid her face earlier. She tells him the truth about what happened and says that it is said about me that I was an unfaithful woman, but it was not so. All this lies have been spread about me by my mother-in-law, who had declared me an evil witch, and she had forced me to stay away from my husband and my son. I have suffered a lot after all this, but I never had the courage to face Chaman. Today she has become very rich and successful, but there was one thing missing in her life, and that was the love of her son. Now Jairam understands why Chaman has not actually confessed her love to him till date, because he has trouble trusting her. So now Jairam regrets her behavior. Next day, she was roaming around Chaman just like her bodyguard. Yes, she was taking Chaman's side on every small matter of even that he gets upset and says, do you want bonus? While, on the other hand, Sujin is not ready to do anything. A misunderstanding gets cleared. Actually, Dr. Gu liked her only, and he was just practicing how to propose Sujin while standing with one of his friends, and she thought that he is cheating on her. Now, when she goes to the rooftop, he proposes her again. She tells him that you have been beaten so much by my sister, but still you have not improved. He says that I do not want to lose you. No matter how much you have to beat me, you can beat me more, but I will speak my heart out, and now of course the misunderstanding between them gets cleared. They both become a couple. On the other hand, Jairam takes Chaman with her to a place and tells her that please listen to me completely and only then say something. Actually, she had called Lily there. Now she makes mother and son sit together and goes to the side. Now Lily clears everything to him and says that whatever you thought about me, he was wrong. I gathered a lot of courage before today, but could not tell you all this. But I do not want to leave this world without telling you. There was no other man in my life. I always loved your dad. I was forced to leave you. Hearing all this, it seemed as if all the old memories of Chaman have comes out. He starts crying a lot and tells her that I can forgive you for everything but not for the fact that you left me. How can a mother give up on her child? And here we come to know that after his mother left, Chaman became very lonely, and since then, he always started keeping an umbrella with him. He felt as if this umbrella was hiding him from the world, so he always kept it with him till now. At present, he comes out and starts crying and tells Jairam that how can I forget all this sorrow? I will not forget the wounds of my childhood. He says that I will not forget all this. She hugs him and says that you still love your mother as much as you did in childhood. Words are not needed to understand love. Only feeling are needed. It is such that Chaman hugs her while crying, and after that the umbrella falls from his hand, which he used to keep flying over himself all his life to cover his loved ones. Now Jairam explains him, so he goes inside again to his mother, and after clearing things with her, he comes out from there. It seemed as if the knot that was tied on his heart has now come off forever. He feels very light and tells Jairam that I did not think that I would ever be able to face my mother, but I am very happy to meet her. Here both of them start talking, and Chaman tells Jairam that your dream of becoming Cinderella does not suit you. She further says that do I not look beautiful or am I not capable, but he holds her hand and tells her that she is beautiful. It seems that you are very strong. That is why this weak character don't suits you. You can achieve your dreams and your destination on your own without any Prince Charming, and yes, don't say such things. You are really very beautiful. Now after listening to this, Jairam starts blushing a lot, and then he also goes to drop Jairam home. Next day, Jairam was getting herself ready specially, because somewhere she had fallen for Chaman, and she was realizing that she should look as beautiful as possible in front of him, and Chaman's situation was also no different. Today he gets ready very beautifully, so that he can impress Jairam. After that, he also picks up his umbrella and starts dancing with her. Now again, a romantic scene takes place in front of the office, when he saves Jairam with his umbrella from the water coming out of a child's water gun like a hero, but instead of being a hero, she starts praising the umbrella and then tells him that you don't need it anymore. So, did you give it to me? Then he give her his umbrella, which was his beloved, and in a way his body part too. Now in the evening, Chaman decided that he will propose to Jairam, but while preparing for all this, Dana catches him red-handed and takes him aside and starts saying to him that I love you very much and I cannot tolerate any other girl with you. You know what will happen to you if you leave me and adopt Jairam. Whatever will happen to you, but I will not leave Jairam also. Chaman knew very well that her family was gangster type, and he could never see Jairam in trouble when Dana blackmails him. He also agrees to her. And next day, both of them come together in Changdum heaven. Chaman was looking very dejected, and Dana announces here that next week we both will have a simple wedding here. So all of you start the preparations, and Jairam will manage the event of this wedding. On the same day, Du Hong also come and tells Jairam that you have not yet replied to me. Now I have brought another offer for you. Will you come with me to Berlin? There your future of becoming an artist will also be made, and I will always love you. So let's go far away from here. The poor girl was not able to understand anything. She kept the offer given by him with herself. While on the other side, Dana was selecting a wedding gown for herself, but she was very angry at Chaman because he was not showing any emotions. He tells her that now I am getting married to you, but I cannot forcefully smile and romance. On this, she shouts at him a lot, and Chaman tells her that look how beautiful you are. You will find any boy who will really love you, so don't waste yourself with me. Now Dana comes to her house very sad. Dana sits near her dad and tells him that I love Chaman very much, but what should I do to break Chaman's heart for me? He doesn't beat for me, and I can't do this kind of loveless marriage. I will marry someone who will truly love me. Tears in the eyes of his daughter. That gangster daddy couldn't see it. And then next morning something untoward happens. Everyone was standing outside Changdum Haven, but their club hotel, everything was closed. They get paid leaves, and everyone goes to celebrate their holidays. But Jairam was very upset. She had seen Chaman's house, so she goes to ask him why this has happened. Chaman was looking a little injured, but he doesn't tell her anything. Now she talks to him and says that De Hong has asked me to make a career with him and go to Berlin as his girlfriend. He says to her that it is good. You go and make your future. Win this world and your career as well. Jairam gets hurt and asks him, do you not have any feeling for me in your heart, caring for me, coming close to me? What was all this that happened between us? Was all this just fun and enjoyment for you? Were you a playboy? Saying this, she starts to leave from there, but he stops her by holding her hand and then kisses her and says that if I was a playboy, I would have done all this long ago. Hearing this, he slaps her on the face. Now then the next scene, We come to know that actually Kdrama Heaven was closed because last night Dana's dad came with his goons. They vandalized everything, and along with this, they also beat up Chaman a lot and said that you have broken my daughter's heart. After that, they canceled the wedding and left from there. Now, when Dad also came to know about all this, he comes and says that I had told you not to fall in love. It will only lead to losses, but Chaman don't agreed. He was not ready, so even Dad had challenged him. Then I will expel you from Kdrama Heaven. Now you are not the CEO here. Now let's see, when you a poor boy, come on the footpath, then which girl will love you? The same girl who is on your mind will leave you. While on the other hand, Kdrama used to cry morning and evening. She also used to receive a parcel in which she had made a painting. That painting was brought by Chaman from her house in her childhood. He got that painting renewed, and after that he gave it to her as a gift. Along with that, he had written in a letter that you do not need any Prince Charming because you are a warrior and you can fight your life yourself. Without any ladder, you will reach the top yourself. Now, after seeing all this, Kdrama gets courage again, and he decide to make a new beginning. Meanwhile, she gets a call from her colleague and gets to know that Kdrama Heaven has been closed. Chaman has been removed from there. Her father has fired his son from the CEO post. Now, she understands that there must be some reason behind this behavior of Chaman. Now, she also decided that she goes to Du Hong and then tells him that you were a very good friend of mine, but sorry, I cannot accept your offer. I will make my career on my own, and then she returns the tickets he gave her to go to Berlin. Now, she starts looking for a job for herself, but she was not getting any jobs soon. All this was not easy. Along with that, the memories of Chaman were following her everywhere. She tried very hard to get rid of them, but still could not. But the umbrella he gave her was always with her, which also protected her. Now, whenever she thought about Chaman, she used to think that maybe he must be hiding somewhere as a beggar, or she does not know whether he has money to eat or not. That means she was so immersed in love that she was not able to find him everywhere. She was thinking only of Chaman. Meanwhile, she passes outside Kdrama Haven and then goes inside. She looks there and sees Chaman, who is sitting there looking for the same ring which he had brought with him that night to propose to Kdrama. Now she turns on the lights and then lifts him from there with the support of her hand and makes him sit. Then Chaman tells her that now I am completely on the road, I have nothing, I can never become the prince of your dreams, so go away from here. But she starts saying that when I was poor, you were rich, then you accepted me. So what problem can I have with your poverty? We will go up together, and love does not see wealth or poverty. And with this he proposes to her, makes her wear the ring, and they both kisses each other. And today for the first time Chaman tells her that I love you, Kdrama, and these were the words that Kdrama wanted to hear from the beginning till now. Now, after that, both of them go to eat together, and here, she paid the bill because poor Chaman did not have any money. After that, she brings him to her house to stay. There, everyone gets very happy to see her boyfriend, that finally someone has come in Kdrama's life, and Mom liked him a lot because he was very handsome. Now, both of them spend the night together there. Here he was about to kiss her, but then he says that leave it. He says that should we both go to my house? She says, are you not homeless? He says that because of the Tenant Protection Act, that house will still be in my custody for a few months, but then he tells her that no, I will not take you to my house, because maybe I will not be able to control myself. Now I have even confessed my love to you. And then in this way morning comes, and in the morning he sits with his future in-laws and has breakfast, and Hwajin and Sujin are very impressed with him that he was such a rich boy, but still he does not have any tantrums. Now he reaches his dad. Dad asks to his why have you come here, but he says that even if you break up with me, you will remain my dad, and I will keep coming to see you, and after that he says that someone has come to meet you, and that was Chaman's mother. As soon as she comes, Dad melts and all the confusion between them ends, and then after a while Dad calls his son Chaman and says that you have got everything back because you have met my challenge completely. You have brought back my love, and you have also found true love yourself. Whereas on the other side, he also gets a call, and that was from a director. Actually, he had written a storybook for a movie, and director liked his work very much, and he takes him with him on the next comic project. Now the happiness of both Kdrama and Chaman was worth seeing, and with this we are shown that after some time their mother gives birth to another cute daughter, and this she was Kdrama's younger sister, and Kdrama had become very successful because the comic book she wrote became very famous, and she had a lot of work. Even sometimes she forgot to give time to Chaman, and he also used to complain about this to her. But both of them were very happy with each other and were living a happy life together. Now, once she goes to Cheongdam Haven again, but this time she goes not as an employee but for a meeting, and all her colleagues are very happy to meet her. They all accepted that now she has achieved a lot on her own, and with the fulfillment of her dream, the drama will end. How much rating will you give this drama? If you like this drama, then let us know in comments, and don't forget to subscribe our channel for more video this. And thanks for watching.